o lain-lain ng mga opisyal sa DTI ang ato mahinabi, lain-lain po ang mga topics, no? For example, today ang topic is the importance of protecting intellectual, no? The importance of protecting the intellectual property. Unya kuano siya kanang ang acronym ini is IPOFIL, importance of protecting intellectual property. IPOFIL is the government agency mandated to administer and implement state policies on intellectual property, kanang IP, to strengthen the protection of IP rights in the country. IPOFIL protects and secures the exclusive rights of scientists, inventors, artists, and other gifted citizens to their intellectual property and creations. Diya sa pikas linya atong hinabion ang IP Field Operations Specialist si Nerissel Mahidlawon. Yes, Ma'am Nerissel.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
I would like to thank to the host, Mr. Elias O Baquero,
Yes.
DYRC Action Ride Cebu Team and Management, DTI Region 7, our partner. Shout out to RD Maria Elena Arbon, ERD Esperanza T. Melgar, TD Rosemary Kenyanola, and Ms. Gigi Villamor. Thank you for having me and this opportunity.
Wow, thank you. Good morning, ma'am. Now, ma'am, ano po ma-share nato itong topic natin ngayon, importance of protecting intellectual property?
All right, thank you for that. Now, what is the IPOFIL, or Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines? IPOFIL is the government agency mandated to administer and implement governmental policies on intellectual property, we call it IP, to strengthen the protection of these rights in the company. We are an associate or partner agency of Department of Trade and Industry. We are one with other agencies like DTI and DOST and developing initiatives to contribute to the ramping up of various innovative activities in the country, thus contributing to an improvement in the Philippines. At present, we are headed by our Director General, Attorney Roel S. Barba. He was Undersecretary for the Office of the Secretary of the Department of Trade and Industry. We have a bright mandate. B, build collaboration and partnership. R, stands for raise the ante for customer service. I, integrate IP awareness. G, going back to basics. H, highlight human capital. And C, transform IPOFIL into a fully digitalized agency. Official Gazette, Republic Act 8293, an act prescribing the Intellectual Property Code and establishing the Intellectual Property Office, providing its powers and functions and for other purposes. We are a lead agency responsible for handling the registration and conflict resolution of intellectual property rights. The IPOFIL has 7 bureaus. We have Bureau of Legal Affairs, Bureau of Patents, Bureau of Trademarks, Bureau of Copyright and Related Rights, Documentation, Information and Technology Transfer Bureau, Management Information Service, Financial Management and Administrative Services. The IPOFIL now has bureau have distinct functions, like the Bureau of Patents take charge the examination and grants of patents. Then the Bureau of Trademarks examines and registers your distinct signs and symbols used in covers, commonly referred to as our brand. And the moment that you need protection, since ayaw natin makopya yung brand natin, we go to IPOFIL through our nearest intellectual property satellite offices or through the nearest negosyo center of DTI. Additionally, dili lang trademarks and patents yung pwede natin maprotektahan. Through IPOFIL, specifically through the Bureau of Copyright and Related Rights, your artistic works like paintings, photographs, drawings, designs, and literary works like your research, dissertation, visual, books, composition will also be protected under the Bureau of Copyright. All right, so we have the functions of IPOFIL. IPOFIL is the government agency mandated to strengthen the protection of intellectual property rights in the Philippines, promote the use of patent information as a tool for technological development, examine applications and grant patents, or register utility models, industrial designs, trademarks, geographical indications, and integrated circuits. Helps protect copyright by assisting in the facilitation of deposit of work with the National Library, undertake enforcement, functions supported by the concerned agencies such as the PNP, NBI, Customs, OMB, and FGS, and others. Coordinate with the relevant government agencies and the private sector efforts to formulate and implement plans and policies to strengthen the protection of intellectual property rights in the country. So this is our agency's work. So now we go to the intellectual property. What is intellectual property? Understanding intellectual property, know your rights. Intellectual property, or IP, is the term that describes the creations of the mind, inventions, literary and artistic works, and symbols, names, images, and designs that are intangible when first created that become valuable in intangible form as products. The legal basis, Intellectual Property Code RA 8293, created the Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines as the government agency charged with the implementation of the law protecting intellectual property rights in the Philippines, first to file system. Then we have two kinds of intellectual property rights. First, industrial rights. Under that, we have patents, invention, utility models, industrial design, trademarks, and geographical indications. Second, we have copyright and related rights, like literary works, films, music, artistic works, research, thesis, dissertation, lectures, and thesis. And now we go to what is trademark. We call this for branding. Nowadays, the MSMEs, we call this for branding. Trademark is a visible sign capable of distinguishing the goods trademark or services service mark or an enterprise and shall include a stamp or mark container of goods, Section 21-1. Trademark refers to a word, name, symbol, logo, emblem, or device, or any combination thereof, adopted and used by a merchant to identify and distinguish from others its goods of commerce. Service mark is similar to a trademark. However, the service mark is used in the sale or advertising of services rather than goods. Trademark, we can actually give an official recognition to the logo, slogan, shape, and name. The protection of trademark, 10 years from registration date, provided submission of declaration of actual use or evidence that you are using your mark and renewable for another 10 years. So sa trademark, may forever tayo. As long, ma-comply lang natin o ma-provide yung mga evidences that you are using the mark. We go to the what is patent. Patent, an exclusive right granted for a product, process, or an improvement of a product, or process which is new, inventive, and useful. What is an invention? Any technical solution of a problem in any field of human activity. When we say technical, it is new or novel, not previously published or disclosed in any form anywhere in the world. When we say naman solution, it's inventive script, not obvious to a person, skilled art. Of human activity, it means industrial applicability, real-life benefits. So, utility model. Any technical solution of a problem in any field of human activity which is new and industrially applicable. For invention, the term of protection, we have 20 years from filing, provided unwitness dues are paid. For utility model naman, we have terms of protection 7 years from the registration date. Hindi siya renewable. And what is industrial design? An industrial design consists of the creation of a shape, configuration, or composition of pattern or color, or combination of pattern and color in three-dimensional form containing aesthetic value. For industrial design, requisites for protection, 5 years from registration date, renewable twice for same duration, to total of 15 years of protection. So for copyright, what is copyright? Copyright is the legal protection extended to the owner of the right in an original work that he has created. It aims of providing protection to authors on their creations, such as creations are usually designed as work. How is copyright acquired? Accrual rights. Copyright is automatically vested on the creator at the moment of creation. So, ang lifetime of author and 50 years after death, but right to attribution subsist for all eternity. That's the copyright term of protection. Works that may be protected under copyright, like books and other writings, periodicals, lectures, addresses, letters, dramatic poem, musical compositions, drawing, painting, architectural sculpture, ornamental designs, applied arts, and others. So, Elias, I have the inventive package program.
Wow.
Who may apply and how to apply? This package program is a program to want to make a mark that we only the application fee for almost 2,400. So how we apply, which is the priority 6 course, agribusiness, food and resource-based processing, automotive and other spare parts, chemicals, transport and logistics, tourism, IT and business process management, construction, electronic manufacturing, and semiconductor construction. So these priority sectors can apply in the Juana Make Award. The eligibility of Juana Make Award engage in business located in geographical areas prone to natural disasters or facing economic or social challenges. With business name registered with DTI, at most two unregistered trademarks are used in goods and services, wherein 5 employees or less, women-led enterprises, we call it GAD, engaged in business for at least 1 year, or with limited financial capability or other similar conditions indicating inadequate financial capacity. The micro, small, and medium enterprises, MSMEs, to have their trademarks registered at the reduced cost. Through this program, IFOFIL aims to instill the first mover filing mindset amongst MSMEs, that is to file for trademark registration. You save as much as $2,400. The Juana Make a Mark program waives the payment fees. As mentioned earlier, the beneficiary MSMEs must pass and set of eligibility criteria, and then how to apply. We have 4 steps to apply. Fill out the trademark registration incentive package for waiver of fees and trademark application form. Submit the form and all required attachments at any DTI business office. Secure DTI endorsement of application to IFOFIL. Submit application to the Intellectual Property Satellite Officer. To the trademark fees waive, we have filing fees, 1,212. The color claim, 282.80 cents. For opposition fees, 910. Total of 2,404.80. The waive fees of programs of the Juana Make a Mark. So what are you waiting, MSMEs out there? Grab this opportunity and be protected. For more information, give me a shout at 0926-029-0537 or email ipso.cebu@ifofil.gov.pm.
Wow.
It's important that MSMEs must protect their IP assets. There is 5 reasons for that. First, the IP for branding. Securing an IP helps the public distinguish you from your direct competitors, as it represents the quality of your product, as well as your business's consistency and delivering this quality. So this is quality-wise. For number 2, helps you to be a market leader. You can leverage your IP product as a competitive advantage, as IP rights holders can prevent competitors from copying their product without IP protection. Others can copy your innovative product and brand names and use them in any market, local or global, and without liability. So this is number 2, refers to exclusive rights. So for number 3, more revenue streams. Apart from direct sales, you can secure an additional stream of income, the licensing, franchising, or listing of IPs in exchange for fees or royalties. So money-wise naman siya, no? To gain bargaining power, strong and attractive IP assets help give you bargaining power when negotiating deals. Such positioning help you win favorable terms when forging mergers and acquisitions, cross-license deals. So it's an IP as an asset to business as intangible siya. Thereby, enhancing its brand reputation. So we have number 5, access loans. Several countries have ruled that IT assets are acceptable collateral for loans. The Philippines has likewise recognized this through the passage of Republic Act 11057, also known as the Personal Property Security Act of PPSA, which aims to lower MSME's barriers to financing by broadening the scope of assets that can be placed as collateral. So, pwede mag-collateral yung mga brands na IP protected siya. So, here we have total of 16 IP satellite offices established in selected areas in the country to provide a base for launching public awareness campaigns in key areas and make technical advisory services readily applicable to enable IT stakeholders in the region, ensure the effective office of the IT system for protection and commercialization of their IT assets. The IP satellite office in Luzon we have in Baguio, Tuguegarao, Angeles, San Fernando, Olongapo, Legazpi, and Naga. In Visayas naman, we have Iloilo, Cebu, Tacloban, and Dumaguete. For Mindanao area, we have Cagayan de Oro, Davao, General Santos, Zamboanga, and Caraga. We are in-house in Department of Trade and Industry, Regional Office, Class Protection Office.
I see.
So that's the overview of intellectual property. So, sir, any questions from our clarification for our agencies and our function? Thank you.
Ma'am Nerissel, mayroon bang, marami na ba ang nag-apply sa ISOFEL para maprotehian yung kanilang inventions?
Yes, sir. For Cebu in Region 7, for yearly annual report, we have more than 1,000. Even though we are in pandemic, but since the online processing, it's big help to them to process online, and for us and an officer in satellite office, we assist them how to process online. So marami-rami na po, but we need to go further for more IT awareness, especially sa provinces, which is far from Cebu City, so that they will apply brand trademark for their protection and to give them a market value, become a competitive someday.
I see. So kung, for example, mayroong farmers na brilliant na sabi ng Department of Agriculture na farming now is business. So kung mayroong product itong isang farmer nagtatanim tapos i-improve niya with packaging, pwede na mag-register din sa ISOFEL.
Yes, sir. Pwede. And pwede siya na to ma-apply sa program na kuha namin a mark para makaless po yung payment niya. Kasi may mga priority naman kami sa mga farmers na to register their brand. So anytime, pwede siya po mag-upload sa negosyo center, sa DTI, or sa direct. Kasi kung malayo po siya sa satellite office sa Cebu City sa regional, pwede niya po ma-upload ang mga negosyo center, which is malapit po sa area nila. Po, sir, in any ways, kahit anong klaseng mayroong business ka, if you want to go to branding, tutulungan po namin i-protect ang kanilang mga brands and products.
Mayroon akong businessman friend o businesswoman friend, nakasama ko ito sa Amerika. Mayroon siyang ginagawa ng chocolate from cacao. Pero wala siyang packaging. Masarap yung chocolate niya. Wala siyang packaging. So, ang ibig bang sabihin na kapag mag-design siya ng packaging at doon ilalagay niya yung chocolate niya at i-register sa ISOPEL, pwede rin?
Pwede, sir. For example, kasi ganito yung mangyayari. Tatanungin kita, sir, saan galing yung cacao na masarap?
Sa Mindanao. Sa Mindanao raw.
Mindanao.
Pero dito sa Cebu ginagawa.
So, anong brand ng cacao?
Ganun. Marami palang klase ng cacao, no?
So, ano siyang brand? Anong brand name mo na makilala cacao? Kasi, parehas lang yun na, okay, I eat guava jelly, no? So, umuwi ako sa amin, tapos dinala ko yung guava jelly, so pinakain ko. So, tinanong ako, masarap yung guava jelly. Saan mo yun nabili? Anong brand? Saan ka pwedeng mabili? Since na walang brand, wala market value po tayo. Pero kung may brand siya, makalit sabihin, yung guava jelly na dala ko, galing yan sa DYRT brand, then mabibili yan sa SM. So, pwede siya malocate. Ma-connect siya. So, yung purpose namin to bring in their competitiveness and then to increase their market value. Kasi raw product siya, ang cacao, then ginawang chocolate, then a lot of process. So, masarap siya ang finished product. Ano yung brand? So, lang natin ang pangalan. Kasi, hahanapin lang yun ang name. So, yun na yung hahanapin nila sa grocery store, sa supermarket.
I see.
Ganon. So, ma-increase yung nila, ang market value.
How about bottled water? Bottled water?
Ang bottled water naman siya, you mean to the design and the shape. The bottled water is existing na, no? If you under siya sa patent, so kung utility model siya or industrial, depende po sa design nyo, paano nyo in-improve ang bottled water. Anong meron sa bottled water na yan?
I see. Ganon pala.
Context na ma-function siya. For example, sa isang cellphone, covered niya lahat ang intellectual property right. Yung brand na Apple, that's for trademark. Okay, then yung mga apps niya doon sa loob kung anong application, that's for patent. So, yung mga circuits niya doon, that's for copyright. So, makukover lahat sa isang product lang ang IP protection ng isang MSME.
Wow. Ma'am Nerissel, Mahidlawon, ma'am, bigyan kita ng pagkakataon ng sa iyong parting words sa thousands of listeners ngayon sa Yagyagan ng DYRC Radio.
Okay, so take away. It is essential to note that from an innovative idea to an invention, at every stage of the chain of intellectual property enhances the value of the company. It is high time now that we understand the real value of our intangible assets and protect this asset from being infringed legally to build up intellectual capital of the company, of the organization. So we are calling the attention of the IP owners to just search your creations before to go to the market to avoid infringement. That's all, sir, and thank you, and have a good day. Good morning to all listeners, and sana all healthy tayo, may pagkain at may bahay.
Thank you po.
Elias.
Maraming salamat po. Thank you. Ito si Ma'am Nerissel Mahidlawon, ang kuha siya, kanang IP Field Operations Specialist. Kanang Intellectual Property Rights Field Operations na siya. No? Kaya ang atong topic ko karong buntaga sa atong DTI time, the importance of protecting intellectual property. Okay, daghan naman kung mga invention niya kuhaon sa mga negosyante niya mo hire o kuan ipa-improve niya sila na yung nagnegosyo o niya katong original inventor nawa gid in town. No? O sa di pa ko commercial maing ka pag-view ni akong parente si Dang Hitigan Manhares sa Quezon City karon, sa tanan maayong buntag. Maayong buntag sa unya diri si kinsa man ni kaning ka mura man nausab Jeff, tanawa ko na Jeff nausab kining magoy murag base na ako natulpok no kini kana sorry kayo gikan ni Bots Hunya. May buntag bay, kumusta? Update lang po, mahimo ni banil ko ang backdoor entry ng inik sa bantayan. Wala man mahimo sa front door entry sa PSA or Power Supply Agreement 15 years kay atong gi babagan. Ang kuan atong gi babagan pero ang PSA sa front door ang entry wa pa ma-approve sa karon kay daghan ang rules nga wa masunod niadtong November 7, 2021. Nag 90-day power supply contact ang banil ko og inik. Under the registration of an ARC order. Ngano ko nini ko nani? Under an ARC order issued November 6, midnight maning ordera, under most unusual circumstances and legalities that are most unclear, if at all, if any. Pulpida, no? Basin karon tataod atong ma-interview si Sir Botsonia. Unya, dapat dari si May Ferrer Manti, si Unique Hambing, ako ni kauban sa media sa una, si Jamie 7, ako Sunstar Cebu. Yan siya, ipabinisaya, nagudang gisulti ni Nerissel. Huwag ko kasabot. Kasabot ka. Wala na ko tanduga. Kay, kadang, kuhan magod, bago ko sa iyang nabang topic ba, muna nga, huwag ko kaanda mo mga pangutan. Si Mr. Sigfred Pastor, good morning, Mayor Eli. Good morning, Sad. Si Engineer Nero Pabaylawon, o si Shen Hetotua, no? Muna sila ang mga nag-view karon. Engineer Nilo Pabaylaon. Mga kaisunan, Elias O dahil sila mga radyo kay kalututad. Mubalik ang ito naman ang yagyagan naman sa commercial alas 10:45.
This time check is brought to you by